So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom. Another subscriber, new one for the channel. Doomslinger. He sent me this in the other day, and it's a monster game in the beautiful British Tier 6 medium tank, the Cromwell. Now, as you know, if you watched my channel, I really like the Cromwell. In fact, I drive the Cromwell B, which is identical to this, just a premium version. But I particularly like playing in platoons, where it just is just evil. It's just a fantastic little tank. The mobility, just the nimbleness of it is great, and it can be a pretty good tank. Well, what am I talking about? It is a really good tank all the time, even as a solitary player. Just because I tend to play as a platoon doesn't mean it's not a great individual tank. But Doomslinger here is going to show us how you do it on your own, so to speak. He's got a nice matchup. We're on Fiery Salient. It's a tier 6 game. Look at the enemy team though. They've got a lot better players than Doomslinger does. But you know, that just means there's more things to kill. So he's heading up the hill. Took an interesting route. I've never done that over the back route like that. I tend to go straight over the railway line, but don't know why he did that, but whatever, he did. His team haven't really pushed out. You see, they're all still collected around the railway line. A couple have gone up the hill with him. The Hellcat's sort of a bit isolated. He's going to get absolutely wrecked in a minute if he's not careful. And the enemy M4's gone all the way down, and someone is in the cap. So it's all kicking off straight away from the beginning. And you know, I'm not sure that Doomslinger was feeling too good about his team at this point. So, there are also 2 tanks down, 3 tanks down. It's a really good start. The ELC gets one back. So here we go. His first shot tracks. Did he track? No, he didn't even track. Thought he'd track that T28. I think that second shot did though. And the T28's down. So that was something at least. And the problem with the Churchill, with the Cromwell, problem with the Cromwell is that it can't. It's not great at long distance firing. It's better up close and personal. And this battlefield doesn't really suit it, particularly in this position. But he's going to make the most of it. Oh look, there's a lot of enemy tanks here. So that T40 is just asking for it, and sure enough he got it. The Hellcat took him down. There's still enemy progressing the cap. There's 3 of them on the cap. It's only 23 seconds. And actually look at the friendly team. There's not an awful lot of them here. 4 to 5. There you go. That's the Cromwell accuracy. Now that was better. Finally got one. He's only just got a tiny smidge to hit of that Churchill turret, and he did a really good job. He must have an extremely good crew in this. So cap's still progressing though. That obviously wasn't the one with the most cap points. Down to one's come out. Okay, so 5 plays 7. Oh, there is a very tricky proposition. The Firefly is a really good tier 6 British tank, medium tank. Got a fantastic gun, just doesn't have much armour. But clearly, the way that Doomslinger has got himself set up, he's got loads of bushes between him and the enemy, and they just couldn't see him. Just could not see him. Now, he still hasn't killed anything yet. He's done a fair bit of damage. He's done 1,000 damage, which in a tier 6 tank is not to be sneezed at. But hasn't killed anything, and his team are rather thin on the ground. Well, now the enemy are too. So what do we got left? Oh, it's suddenly a whole load died. Excelsior, and that's a really tough tank to take on. Accuracy again of this thing, not good. Going to fire a few blind shots into where the Excelsior was, and he got him. Now he was lucky there because the Excelsior's got some really thick armour. So it's 9 plays 11. Enemy have just cleaned up Doomslinger's artillery. He's still working the hill up here, which I'm a little surprised at. I think I don't tend to stick up here when I'm in the Cromwell, but He's done a good job with it. He's lighting up enemy tanks, he's hitting enemy tanks, and he's thinking about firing there, but see what he's done there? Got back to, there's a solid bush between him and that Firefly, so that in theory the Firefly should not see him. Then when he disappears off, when he's no longer visible, he moves forward, reacquires the Firefly, drops back down until there's solid bush again, and then starts to work that Firefly over. And that's what you've got to do with this bush mechanics. That's how the bush mechanics work. And there you go, he took down that Firefly. So, but there's only 2 enemy left. There's a KV-1 who's just so now it is Doomslinger against 5 enemy tanks. Well, 3 enemy, 2 a heavy, a medium, TD and 2 arty, but he's got this KV-1 absolutely banged to rights. KV-1 can't see him, and he's just working him over. There you go. That was just almost cruelty. There's a Matilda Black Prince. It's just so slow. It took him forever to get up to support the KV, which is a real shame. And now he's going to just he's letting him come over. There we go. Now he's going to start working on him. The Black Prince has actually got pretty good armour, but it is only really a tier 4 chassis, and the turret is pretty weak. And he got an ammo rack on him. Oh, that's a beautiful move. So that's changed the complexion. He's up to 4 kills. He's done 2,751 damage that we know about. Arty have just blind shotted where they thought he was. And then he's got an AT2 to deal with, who obviously is in the cap. Now we haven't seen the AT2, I don't think. AT2 is a monster at this sort of tier. It's almost impervious to guns of its own tier and below frontally, apart from the commander's hatch, which is a weak spot. But yeah, trying to hit that is rather challenging. But Doomslinger's all on his own, so he's got no choice but to try and take this guy on. And the worst thing is the AT2 is going to have the support of those 2 artillery, who know that Doomslinger's around here somewhere, now knows that he's in the cap, because obviously that's now the increase has stopped. And here he goes. He got lucky there. He got really lucky. AT was actually looking exactly the right way, but what did I talk about being tricky? He just absolutely ripped that guy a new one, and that was just almost cruelty. I guess 1 arty shot. Is there an arty shot? Not yet. No. Okay. So he's got 5 kills, and there is an M37. I don't know what he was thinking of. Really don't. Why did he move? Be better off just setting up and hoping. So Doomslinger is he going to reacquire? I think he's going to go round. He's going to use the mobility of the Cromwell. He's changed to HE. He's only got 2 rounds of normal ammunition left, so he's changed to HE, which not sure. I mean, the TDs at this tier are pretty lightweight, don't have an awful lot of armour, but it has only a 75mm gun that he's got, and so it's not a big HE shell. But anyway, we'll see. He knows what he's doing. Clearly he knows what he's doing far better than I do. So he's doing exactly what I thought. He's coming round where the artillery won't expect him, because remember, the artillery can very capable of doing a huge amount of damage on a Cromwell. It doesn't have a lot of armour, and what it has is rather flat. But he hasn't taken a single hit yet, so he's trying to, ensure he keeps those hit points. Oh, there they are. There are both the artillery. He took out that in 2 shots, and there is the Burt. The Burt, saviour of the universe, but not going to be saviour of his team. First shot. And that's the problem with the HE. Probably would have killed him in 2 shots, I think, rather than the 3 it took him if he'd used normal AP. But hey, who am I to blame? He got a monster result there. An absolute monster. Really well played, Doomslinger. Really well played, mate. So, well played indeed. He came out with an ace tanker. Well, of course he would. A bruiser, Demolition Expert, Fire for Effect, Top Gun, High Caliber, and this one, Caliban medal, which is one of those medals that everybody hankers after. I don't think I've ever got one, so you know that doesn't say anything because I'm just the average Joe. But a good player will get this from time to time, and even they'll be pleased with it. Caliban medal, if I can say it right, is when you stand alone against 5 or more enemy tanks and win. And that's exactly what he did. He took down 2 artillery, the KB-1, the Black Prince, and what was the other thing? I've forgotten now. Oh, and the AT-2, all on his own. And so he got the Caliban medal. God, difficult. Fantastic result. Where did he finish? Well, obviously he finished top on his team. 3,789 damage. This is a tier 6 medium tank with a gun that fires what, average about 120 damage. That's a massive result. Got 7 kills, 1684 base XP. Very, very nice. Fired 46 shots. He'd almost run out of AP. He'd used quite a lot of HE as well. Hadn't used any APCR, so good on you, mate. Really good on you. Did all that without resorting to the gold. So the 46 shots that were fired, 38 of them hit, 31 of them penetrated for that. Yeah, so 31 divided by 3,780 is about 110, 120, something like that. So that's about the average damage on this thing. Did actually fire quite a lot from long range because a lot of his early engagement was on when he was on top of the hill. Now that's against conventional wisdom. He obviously does have a very good crew in this, because whenever I sit up on the top of the hill with my average crew, actually no, well, I'm kidding, I've got a very good crew in mine, but even then, sitting on top of the hill like that trying to fire down, I miss much more than that. You know, 46 shots and he only missed 8 of them. That's pretty impressive marksmanship. Spotted 6 enemy tanks. He got 383 assistant damage, which was a bit unfortunate. I thought he deserved more. 43,500 credits. After costs, he made just shy of 40,000 profit, and that's in a standard account. No premium account for our friend Doomslinger. Fantastic. Nearly 40,000 credits in a tier 6. That's a brilliant result. And XP wise, well, we know it was 1684 was the base XP. He got, he was obviously running some kind of personal mission, probably one of those times 3 bundles that we got. 505 extra XP there gave him just over the 2,000 XP. Again, not using a premium account, so good result. And that was a monster result. Thank you so much for sending that in, Doomslinger. I think it was a really, really good game. I just in awe of people who play the Cromwell really, really well. I love it. I think it's a fabulous tank, but I don't think I've even mastered it yet. So certainly never had a game quite like that one. So well done. Thanks for sending it in. Anybody else who's got a decent video, decent game that they want to show off, would like me to feature on the channel, please just upload it to the WOT replay site. Just send me the link. You can either send it in YouTube, which is what Doomslinger did, or you can send it to my email address, which is gamerdom13@gmail.com. Either way, don't mind, just send it to me. Just send me the link, obviously not the whole file, and just, if you can, just give me a little explanation of what it's about, and I'll happily have a look at it. And if it's interesting, a good game, or does something a little bit different, I will happily feature it on the channel. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider giving it a like, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Really, really helps. Numbers are slowly creeping up towards the 200 mark, which is fantastic. So we'd love to push that on as quickly as possible. So tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your dad. I'm not proud. Anybody who wants to look at the videos and subscribe is very, very welcome, and delighted to see them. Enjoy your games, have fun. Remember, it is just a game, and try and enjoy yourselves, and don't take it too seriously. This is GamerDom, signing out. Bye.